video. I'm Silva, and in my readings I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. And today I have moved this reading to my tarot table. One reason is that it's very hot because it's spring in the room that I did my reading last time, and I need to be feeling good also. It was too hot there to sit. But also it's nice that we are focusing on the cards, because I love myself to look readings where I can see the cards. And I feel I want to support you on anything with a love life. So when you can see your cards, I think it's better than when you don't always see the cards. So this is also a choice. Anyway, we are now moving on with this book, Divine Comedy. We have done all the Inferno, and now we go to Purgatorio. So I had 1 week break in between, kind of like in the tarot deck there is a full card that is just inspiration, and then the real thing starts. So chapter 1 of Purgatorio, it's introducing Muses and Calliope, the epic poetry. This light gets bad. So we read something about that, but what I realized, this text. And I wanted to bring James, but I realized like there is a little bit too much on my desk. But I just made 1 card again. I thought it's very fitting to this chapter that I use one of my own drawing, because my intention in all of this, hello, who is there? Hey, greeting. Sorry, I'm a bit late, but I had a tour in Bruges, so I was a bit busy. So we start the Purgatory with one of my own drawings. Oh, this light is always cutting a bit like here. So I'm just making again 1 card, and now we have the Purgatorio chapter. Just don't like this light that it's getting so white always. Hopefully it doesn't continue this way. Oh, damn it. Know if I can fix this anyway. It's always like the readings I want to have technically, but it is not. Let's see if this helps, that we have a light here. Maybe it balances a little bit here. Maybe. Let's try. So I made 1 card of this first chapter of Purgatorio, and it's very interesting, like a very uplifting stuff compared to the Inferno we were having. So I'm just, for every pile before we start, I'm gonna read again this first card. So Purgatorio Canto 1. Having left hell behind, Dante will now speak of Purgatory, the realm where souls cleanse themselves for heaven. He invokes the Muses, specifically Calliope. Dante sees the 4 stars that nobody else has ever seen except for Adam and Eve. This is dawn on Easter Sunday. According to Christian theology, the death and resurrection of Christ is what is needed, that heaven is attainable for sinners. Calliope is a muse of epic poetry, hence Dante's invocation of her at the beginning of this canto. Eden is located at the summit of Purgatory here in the story, but after Adam and Eve were expelled, nobody lived there. 4 stars symbolize so-called cardinal virtues of justice, prudence, temperance, and fortitude. So I thought, even like going forward, my big goal is to do things very creative way. So meaning I wanna publish my own tarot deck. I wanna allow this membership option that I didn't still activate for people, that I can make more interesting content. And one idea now is, because it's kind of like when you do a course content, I have that, but I think like extra is interesting for anybody who would take this membership, is that I make specific videos about how to be psychic. And that adds extra value. So I was thinking that is one thing that if you are a member, you will see those videos that I put eventually in the spiritual art course, but I will make especially weekly then about psychic toolkit that I show in practice something that can be nice. But this is something that I will continue doing it like every week because it's a lot. If I would make all the course content immediately, I feel like it's better that I do it step by step, that content. But the text I will publish on. Anyway, this is now for this week, for every pile, kind of cleaning yourself. Maybe it's very spring energy kind of detox. Like what can you clean that you are ready for kind of heaven, if you mean like spring is kind of cleaning period, and then the summer would be this kind of full love life celebration. So how we can get, like, I would think about like going to gym, doing something like making yourself ready for a nice holiday. So that's also a bit like, but this is for everybody. Now, so these are the 3 piles. I have here root chakra, Shaktipat of Seahorse, it's pile number 1, and this Jasper. Then I have here, again, I took a couple cards. So Ace of Cups and 4 of Wands came this Mannequin and the Belle Epoch Woman. And then we have here Queen of Nagas and Heart Chakra. And here is some other cards too. Then we have the couple cards, 6 of Wands and Queen of Swords. This is, I forgot to say the name, but this is a video cameraman. And here was the Volvesan Lambert Cyklo Club biker. And then the pile number 3 will be Sacrament of Extreme Unction and Throat Chakra. And these are the cards, 8 of Wands and 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups Mannequin P is Baden-Powell Scout, some scout. It's interesting this actually, because this is like a 8 of Wands is really like this kind of action. The scout is active. Maybe interesting stuff coming here. Anyway, these are the piles. I just wanted to give some news what has happened with me, because you have maybe noticed that I had a TikTok and I had an Instagram, but I came to the conclusion that because it's a lot of energy for me to post things to those things, I just want to focus on YouTube. YouTube is where I want to be. There is YouTube Shorts. Why would I need also TikTok videos? Instagram, I actually have other Instagram accounts for my art. If you're interested in Instagram, it's Silverwood. It's about my paper cuts and art projects. And there is Day for Adventure, which is about my photography. So I thought like, why to have this distraction? Because for me, it was like, even in my previous tarot reading, it made me think about this when it was like something about focusing came true. Why I have so much things, like I don't need those things, so I gave up. Sometimes letting go something can really be good. It's hard to let go something, but when I realized like it was just distraction for me, like some random people contacting me, even frauds, I just felt like, especially TikTok was full of frauds and it felt really unsafe. That's another aspect. I started to think like, oh my god, like I'm not yet big YouTuber, but soon even my pictures can be taken and used, or some fraud thing can start to happen. So I don't want to be part of that kind of world. Like I want to focus on the, like I'm a mom also. If I'm ever dating anybody, I'm not doing it online. I'm like meeting in person. So why would I be online? Why? So I'm not. The real things happen in the real life, and that's it. And the joy of life is answer to all stupid questions, you could say. Anyway, let's start. Yes, you are maybe wondering, what is this beautiful thing here? These are new cards. So for the theme of the magician, we have a special reading today. I'm excited about this. We have, where is the booklet now? Where did I, always handling them around. Where did I put it? This is here, this is here. Anyway, it's the Wild Unknown Alchemy. And there I have a spread about the couple energy, like an alchemist kind of way to see your couple energy. So it's very interesting, kind of like a spring alchemy, like how we make happen that we have the optimal summer love. We alchemize everything now, like a true magician, because we have the magician theme. But where did I put this book now? I'm like doing like do like some Swedish chef in a Muppet show. No. Where did I put that book? I think before I get my eyes on that, I think I read about something about Calliope. Like that was the next thing overall for everybody. I wanna bring this poet here, that this muse here that was mentioned in that chapter. Very spring energy, also to be poetic, kind of love poetry. Here, for example, is written, fairy tales, the great difference is between doing something and doing nothing. Always in such tales, the hero or heroine does something, and Mary Oliver has said this. Here. And Robert Frost is one of my favorite poets, so here he has said, related to Calliope, a poem begins as a lump in a throat, a sense of wrong, a homesickness, a love sickness. It finds the thought, and the thought finds the words. Robert Frost. And anything else? And it is like all the things about the poets here. John Keats has said, with a great poet, the sense of beauty overcomes every other consideration, or rather obliterates all consideration. Anyway, here is a picture of this Calliope. So this as inspiration today. But where did I put my little book? Oh my god, I'm like always here. Okay, so. So we are going today with this one. I'm going to show you the spread. So we are going to have the alchemical union, a 5-card reading. So there is you, there is them, there is your lessons, their lessons, and the union. We go through this today. So that's the specialty of today. And now let's start. Are you excited, Jessica? I'm back here with my stuff. I was last week and so busy. I was working so much that it was impossible to do readings. It was like I was so late back home, and I don't like the night readings. Yes, excited. So now again, I think I have not decided now how, like the membership, I wanna put readings there, but now I keep this alive, this reading, because I'm so happy that there is like my YouTube is monetized. Slowly some money is dropping into my account. Like the reality is like I think you have to get €100 before you can like get that money. So I mean there is like that is not happening yet that I'm getting the money, but at least I see that I'm monetized. So it's a reality that it's possible. Makes me happy that something actually can come out of this. So part number 1, we start just with this. And another thing that I'm excited, and that's why I'm even late, because I made new love cards. And this is like, I'm gonna close my eyes, but I have a lot of cards here that you can even see they are new. And now for the part number 1, live, we are gonna take some different sizes than the previous. Let me see this one. Anything else? This. Okay. Still one. This. Yes, I'm single. Love new love cards. Yeah, I have made, but I know what we got there. Maybe we didn't got the butterfly stuff, but there is 3 piles, so this is the only one. So first one gets, again, Bob Marley. Let me see. Bob Marley. If it takes money to be happy, your search for happiness will never end. One love, wish, unity, and goodwill. So it's kind of a reminder, like, money doesn't buy love or happiness. Okay. Anyway, these cards, just to mention now first what we have in here, like Ace of Cups. Like this is like the Graal. And then we have the Union and the kind of marriage card. This also is this 4 of Wands. Very promising couple cards here already. But maybe there's a little reminder about the money, like don't always focus just on money, because that's even make couple argue. So just remember that danger about the focusing on the money. And root chakra, of course, they can be issuing money, because root chakra is like a safe and secure, and the basic needs has to be met. So maybe indeed there is something about that. Yes, I said, hopefully after I'm settled in Texas, maybe a new man. Yeah, I think when you have in transition process, you should not stress about, like, everything is like this kind of full journey, new chapter in your life. So take everything like what comes. Like usually it is just the feeling is like it starts from yourself. You have to feel happy yourself, and then everything else comes from that. So focus on your own happiness now, I would say. Then we have love cards. We have there may come a time when lust needs a lawyer, but diamonds are girl's best friend. Okay, again this diamond song. Diamonds are the girl's best friends, Marilyn. Again, a little bit money related. Hot and cold. Runner and chaser. Fear of abandonment, fear of feelings, roller coaster, good and bad, triggering emotions, polarity, naked and vulnerable, cat and mouse. So in this relationship, possibly, if it didn't happen yet, or it will, there is this kind of chasing going on, a little bit like one is hot and one is cold, and then of course this one who gets melting is not used to be so smelted, so it's getting like a scary feelings maybe, because the fire is too burning. So there is this balance that should be found, that both can be happy. Okay, yeah, maybe this woman side here is really much like a love. There's just this Graal, but the biker needs a little refreshment also, biking around. Yeah, it's a kind of like, yeah, bike can be an interesting symbol. Don't be a village bike. Oh my god. Anyway, this is about like a group energy. This is totally like a teamwork, dreamwork. Then we have here, okay, it's reminding of you that the year of dragon is going on still, and what it means. It's all about what is your treasure. And we had all these kind of money cards here already, so I think it just pay attention about how this relationship can be your treasure. So it's year of action, growth and trees, driving the wave and taking action, confident leader, presence, fire and feeling passion. Dragons are guardians of treasure and gems. So indeed, why there was all this kind of diamonds or like a money related things, maybe it is because it is such a theme in the dragon year about what is your treasure. But indeed, it can be not necessarily material always. Here is also like one love, wish for unity and goodwill. Okay, then we have, interesting, because I started to make Eurovision cards, and of course I started with the Finnish songs. So I'm busy making Eurovision songs to these love cards, because Eurovision final is happening 11th of May, and until this is happening I will add cards of every single country, and it happens to be that I had mostly Finnish Finnish card that I made already. So this is the song for Eurovision from Finland. if you don't know what Eurovision is this kind of like a yearly song contest that has been going ages. Like when I was a little child, I also looked it. So it's totally like a Eurovision thing, Europe thing. And this one is Windows 95 man, no rules. Welcome. My name is Windows. I mean, this should be feelings of your person. Welcome, my name is Windows 95 man, and I only live by one rule, and the rule is no rules. Silence, I say. This is my time, my stage. Call me what you may. See if I care. See me slay. Is there something wrong with the way I look? Is there something wrong with the who I am? If I'm not all right, tell me why. Do I feel so beautiful tonight? No rules. Maybe there is really some kind of like a relationship that it's really like you choose that. Like you should not, like you are having this relationship, whatever anybody cares, you are with that person. Like there's no rules. Like you just love that person. There's a huge crawl here. And then there is this mannequin piece, this kind of community. Also, I mean, Eurovision is a community. Like it's really like how can I relate this? I think it's like this kind of community that is accepting. You should be part of that, because Eurovision is also very colorful and very like a freedom message. And often the songs have this kind of no rules, or like Italian won 2021 Zitti e buoni, it means be silent and be good. And then was the COVID time going. So I mean, often they are not political, the songs, but there is kind of like a message. And maybe for you and your relationship, there is like, don't make too much rules about things. Maybe those make you hot and cold. Like you have, it's safe to have boundaries, but sometimes like can be standoffish. Then, like I think you have to have freedom in your relationship, something like this. But it's like, why do I feel so beautiful tonight? So this relationship would make you feel really good. Anyway, you can always listen to this song and get inspired. This is a wild thing. Okay, we have here some purpose card for you. Support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Okay, nice. Understanding like your life support, like life support, your purpose. It's a good thing. It's like it gives you something extra. Like me with having this reading, it's really it's joy in my life to kind of prepare this reading. Like think like, what could I do this week? I often try to do a bit more creative, like so I made new cards or something. Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of their fierce underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Okay, a reminder, like you just should attract like flowers. They just are. They cannot help it. They're pretty flowers. Okay, so here was also kind of like a going after. So the message is kind of like, at least for the female, maybe to just be in your power in this dragon here. Okay, so we have here this spread now. Let's start with this alchemist. So we have also these cards, but I think I take the tarot cards to support this, because this is kind of long. Part number one, we have this relationship spread is particularly helpful for revealing the dynamics between the people. So now we have a U card here. And what is that? Them. Then you have your lessons. Yeah. Okay, we have to put it like this. Make this kind of a bit like you are like a bees. spring and day lesson. These are kind of new cards for me. I hope I'm able to explain all this thing well. And the union. What is that union? So, cool. So this is you. Sublimation. Very much like a holy bird here. You is like your current state, what you are bringing to the relationship. For me it looks really like some holy thing. A bit same as if you would have the classic Ace of Cups. There's also that bird flying to the cup. So I see this is really similar. I can look from immediately revealing this meaning a little bit more. What is it? Yeah, it's such a difficult, these numbers. What is LX? Where I find this stuff? It's like, oh my god. Oh, do you know what is the LXL? What number is that? Is that like a 3, 4? What is it? I should have think about this. So many cards. So difficult names. Is this the mysteries? Sublimation. I cannot see it. Oh, how difficult it can be. Like, 60. 60 something, okay. It's 67. Okay. Okay, it was part of the 8 operations, but you are coming like that. Interesting. Okay, this is the kind of how I do my tarot reading. I accept this kind of imperfection. Like, I'm not always knowing everything, and I'm like student also. That's the best way to be. Yes. So this you and your energy is elevation and rising and flight. Sublimation is the great alchemical operation of air. It occurs when there is enough heat to change a solid substance into a gas, causing it to rise up and away. Therefore, when sublimation is present, there is an aspect of celebrated elevation, of ascending above and gaining a greater perspective. Birds in flight, mountain peaks, ladders, and balloons are all sublimation images. As with all the operations, sublimation has a shadow potential. Through ascension, there is a risk of separating from others, of sensing oneself higher or above. This risk is particularly great in spiritual traditions that offer a linear model of achievement. The divine alchemist rises humbly and supports the upliftment of others, always in touch with the cycle of humanity. Service is the natural balancing agent for sublimation. It may be the next rung on your ladder. So yes, it is really talking about you in this relationship. You are best in the service. And I've heard this, like kind of like I mentioned in my text here, like even the like Adam and Eve, because this chapter, this Purgatorio, is talking about they are in the Purgatorio is like in Eden that Adam and Eve were expelled from. And here we have this couple energy, and it was like Eve was kind of the helper of the Adam, like completely, like if the Lilith escaped and was not wanting to be domesticated, and then Adam got this Eve, she's anyway been completely like a serving him kind of attitude that it can be very good. The service, like me doing the reading, is good, but also in a relationship, this attitude like, yes, I'm doing everything I can that we have like a nice things, like helping. Both should have this kind of service mentality. It's like, what can I do for you? How can I make something that I can help you? Kind of like, how can I help you, baby? It's a nice question to ask in the relationship, because I think you always can, because you are the closest person. So you should be able to help in the way that nobody else can maybe understand, or nobody else can get that close. So of course, that is an amazing role that you can do, help. This, how you're showing up, that you are this kind of sublimation, elevation in the relationship, like, but it can be kind of spiritual. So you should kind of keep your feet on the ground too, I think. Same thing is this kind of Ace of Cup, can be a really like a loving heart. But yeah, then you are like having this pink colored glasses on all the time. So just be a little bit more like grounded. Spring in the air here. Maybe that's the hot person here. Rising. Okay, the other person, what is coming? Wow, Moon. Can you see this card? Is this like showing? We have here the biker on the moon. I start to think about them. E.T. Call home. E.T. because the biker is like biking across the moon. I'm just sharing my free like associations here. But interesting that your partner or the interest of your life can be opposite, rollers, is coming like a moon. And now we have a time like full moon is about the Scorpio full moon. Very deep period. Very deep period. I'm even gonna make my star signs readings again on the full moon day. So there will be coming those. It's a huge amount of work to do those 12 star signs, but moon is showing up. So maybe this moon, full moon, is very meaningful for your partner, for a person. Let's read about that interesting alchemy between you, like sublimation and moon. This is like rising. It's kind of going also towards the skies, you know. And that's number 2. It's really this maker of this deck is Kim Krans. I think she does everything on purpose, in the sense like moon is totally connected to High Priestess. So then the number 2 is also High Priestess number. As well, in the choice card, in the 2 of Swords, there is the 2 card as well, is very High Priestess card. So your person have that kind of energy as well, I see. Wow. I love to see this kind of energy. So, what the moon can tell. Mystery, receptivity, intuition. The moon represents the mother of all mysteries. Once a month, it slips into the full spotlight and then quietly disappears, only to initiate the cycle again, gifting us with the message of impermanence. The moon reminds us we are in constant transition and continual process of letting go. It is the yin principle, one of listening rather than speaking. This card may indicate a time of rest and restoration is in order. So your partner maybe needs rest. Dreams and memories may be especially vivid. The gates to the liminal realm have opened. The alchemist's task is to be receptive to its message. Be patient, though, as the moon speaks in the language of symbols, and its messages takes time and receptivity. Magic is at foot. Sink into it, sweet child. Wow. I really connected here also this kind of ET, call home. Maybe there is some really connection, like phone calls or something between these persons, because this is also rising here, like being connected to the upper realms. Okay, so next thing on this spread is, let's see, I get this back. Here is my here. So your lesson, the resistance of what must be learned in order for openness to flow between the two. and it can be hesitation, negative thought form, or resentment against that profits you from showing up fully in the relationship. What is that kind of thing here? Gold. Again, something about the money, I would say, because we had this treasure of dragon even here. So wealth, it comes gold is good thing usually, but because it's here, it's your lesson. There is the saying in the dragon year, speaking is silver, silence is gold. And this is exactly what I was thinking now when I was closing my TikTok and Instagram. I was thinking like really focused energy is so important. And it's like I use my energy so much if I have so many platforms. So kind of like why I have to like put myself thin to put all my energy in everywhere. So maybe this is also for you, like you less is more. Your person also need to let go something. 26 maybe is the number. Yes, we are learning these Roman numbers together. I mean, maybe you know, but I'm like not always used to them. Okay. I'm only getting my child a little bit later today. Usually I pick him from the scout, and that's why I have to like hurry. But now gold, illumination, splendor, culmination, but that's like your challenge. So the alchemist gold, well, we have the magician team here, so we talk about the alchemic process, of course. The alchemist gold is no ordinary gold. It is not found in rings or coins or necklaces. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as gold of the wise, philosophic gold, the ethereal stone of the divine quintessence, among countless other names. For our purposes, we seek not the physical metal, but the mystical essence within each alchemist. How do we recognize it? It mimics qualities of the metal itself, soft and radiant, and its planetary counterpart, the sun, warm and bright. It's no wonder gold is associated with the heart. Wow, that is so beautiful now. Like, first of all, you have your person, like polarity attracts each other. He has the moon and you have a gold that is connected to the sun. Plus you have completely the heart open here. That is as well kind of golden heart. But resistance here, what is that then? Maybe you're like, when this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It is marvelous and rare. Cherish it, get to know its properties and its source. The gold card carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for a purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess, causing the alchemists to lose their way. Reverence is the key. Your gold may be entirely different from someone else's. It is important for the alchemists to respect their own unique journey toward a righteous and resplendent goal. And even in some wisdom traditions, gold is seen as nectar, a sap, a honey-like substance coming from trees, bees, and even the pineal gland. Open yourself to gold's infinite source. Sources. So this relationship, I think there is this support in this side too. I have my own, I want to always like give you like example. Like for example, in my shadow sister healing, there is these two sisters. I have seen beautiful vivid dreams. And often you do that when you have like your kind of third eye open, like when you are really in a like a clear mind state, you see clear dreams. And I've been seeing about these two sisters lately dreams. It's very beautiful. But I'm not always talking about this golden shadow. Sometimes yes, but it is the beautiful thing about this shadow sister healing. Like my name here might be like a darkish, like shadow sister, but what I wanna show to everybody is that golden shadow. Like usually it's our gift, it's hidden behind those kind of monstrous shadows. And for the reason it's like it is often buried behind all that darkness, because we cannot access it if we have issues in life, if we have some issues like I feel like, or chaos, anything that we are not completely in balance, then we cannot access that gold. So maybe there is something for you about this, like finding really like sublimation. This is beautiful energy here on your side. Let's see then. The partner, or possible, this is like ideal love relationship now coming. Sometimes I really have seen that things have come through later. This can be in 2 weeks or 1 week that this happened to you. You meet a person like this. Now is full moon coming. Keep your eyes open. So day lesson. This was a lesson about the gold. So your day lesson is, what is it? Lead. Interesting. There's the two material, gold and lead. Black and white. The colors are always really like that here also, like this kind of moon is washing the colors away. Interesting. And this is judgment number, usually the XX. Also very like a mirror thing here, because it's like one is in the dark and one is in the shadow. Wow. Very like a shadow work thing here, even just looking at this lead. The resistance brought to the table by the other person. Lead. Simply, what is this? Those simply information that is used alchemically will allow you to increase your compassion and patience for another human. To create space for the truth between you. So understanding this, that's the lesson, can make the relationship better because you understand them more. Let's see it now, this thing. It is true. It is true. Like I remember this was a beautiful realization when I realized, like, understanding a person is a way of being intimate with somebody. It takes a lot sometimes to understand a person. You really have to listen to them. You really have to be there for them, like this support that I was talking about here too. When you understand, this is totally like a beautiful relationship then. But it cannot be one way. It has to be both ways, because you can be understanding endless the other person, and the other person might be very egoistic and not do anything for you. So it has to be like two persons are doing it, not just one. So this is your person's lesson in density, weight, Saturn. Okay, Saturn is always about rules. There is this kind of judgment energy also. Lead is the first metal. Its properties are heavy, dense, and unwaveringly steady. It is often perceived as the metal that initiates the entire alchemical drive to turn what is base, lead, into what is noble, gold. Wow! Yeah, I'm like obviously not so studied to know, like, alchemist, start from the lead, get to the gold, and you have those as your lesson is the gold and your person is the lead. How interestingly. Read this again. Oh. It is often perceived as a metal that initiates the entire alchemical drive to turn what is base, lead, into what is noble, gold. It correlates to the planet Saturn and its love of rules and structure. On one hand, this card implies a fixed position or burden that may be weighting down the work. On the other hand, lead can arrive just in time to ground a situation, to bring an alchemist back to the humble beginnings. Either way, the presence of lead is sobering. We cannot ignore it. The impatient alchemist may be discouraged to see it in the laboratory, as it reminds us of how far we have to go. Approach this card with reverence for the ongoing process. Yes, there is some Shalahei. So it is kind of like you are having the energy, like you are like some, because this is a Ace of Cup, like some kind of enlightened being almost. And then this person is like having the moon mystery, like everything is still a mystery, but still these are like everything, the gold comes from the lead, so they kind of belong together. I think the message here, because there's a grounding needed with root chakra healing, it is like, it is a beautiful thing if your person can ground you, almost like they have such a healthy hobbies, like for example biking, that is also like you can go to bike together, and while you would be just like, I don't know, in some party. So it is good to be like doing some action in a sunlight. Okay, this is the moonlight, more like moon biking. Anyway, let's see. This is then eventually, this is the unity card, the last one. Doing a little bit long again, but we have here a theme of magician, and we have here the alchemical union. And this is the union card now. Ta-da! Coagulation. What is this? Is this some 60, 70? What is this number again? There is now, this is the union. Kind of high energy. It is 66. It is about the 8 operations of alchemist. So we have, takes a little bit time to take this. So this is the union, solidity, adherence, stuckness. Coagulation is the great alchemical operation of earth. By way of its operation, we experience that which was fluid churning into a solid formation. The formerly disparate ingredients begin adhering together into a fixed and solid unit. The result is visible, reliable, and eventually concrete. When you hear the phrase, "it is finally taking shape," coagulation is underway. The shadow aspect of coagulation is that the elements may have come together without much awareness, and in turn they become unconsciously attached. Inertia and resentment set in. The parts can no longer separate, even if they wish to. Many long-term relationships have coagulation aspects, a naturally occurring codependency by which both parties feel unseen or unknown as individuals, that they are seen only in a couple. The work of coagulation is to experience the merging with other while not losing oneself in the mush. Okay, it's interesting, this hot and cold here. This card becomes kind of meaningful, like this gold and lead, and then they merge together. What it is eventually, a pond of water, that is kind of love. But interesting. This is positive, very positive. It's like a long-term relationship, but you become almost like an old couple, like an old married couple, because you are like kind of ending each other's phrases or something like that. I get into it here. But this card, already when I saw it, even there is a root chakra issues, like safety and security, has to be made good. There is still this Ace of Cup, like a Graal, and Four of Wands, that is like a marriage and a party and celebration. So this energy is clearly here still. Even though, like, if somebody didn't hear, like Charlie, I connected this almost like the ET driving the bike, passing the moon, because, you know, the biker is with the moon. But this is the partner energy, then coming together with you is this kind of unity energy, that you cannot be separated. You're stuck. You're stuck together. A bit like a na, 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 because I'm made out of glue. There's this song, I'm stuck with you because I made out of glue. Okay, I don't know, maybe this was helpful for somebody. Now let's take your tarot cards. We have still advice card, we have still a love card. I'm very happy about this pile. It's really showing me like amazing energy. It's amazing and cold and the lead. Yes. So just freely now this kind of cards. I have no spread. I just take for you and for your person. There's 2 cards. Okay, let's not read them opposite. Let's just like, here is 7 of Swords and 5 of the Hierophant. So 7 of Swords can be really sometimes like a pain and even deceit and stuff. But I think in this case, there is with that gold, maybe with the money, because there is all these books. There is something to learn to get more organized, maybe with your paperwork. It lands really on top of this gold thing, and there has been all this thing about the money and thing. So while this is like a spiritual leader, and this was also very much like that, so it's just that you have to be grounded enough to have your whatever paperwork. Even you are spiritual, you need to be grounded enough to have your money sorted out. It's a general problem. Yes, actually, I know this one. So even if you are like able to manifest and do everything, you have to be grounded enough to do the regular paperwork or money issues, like just to pay your bills in time and all these things. It comes to me like this is that work kind of with the gold need to be that you have to be grounded enough to have everything like in balance, in the sense that you can be very knowledgeable, very, very loving and everything, but you have to be also practical with it. And it can be always issue when you're spiritual, like you are like so high realms. You have to have like the grounding activities, like walk in the nature, have daily maybe some meditation practice. And here it's almost like the person goes to some herbal tea shop and has some healthy things. There's paper here, like I would like to have these ingredients to create magic. Anyway, let's see your person. Okay, I'm not taking now reverse. I want to keep this positive, like maybe there is something about that. Also was talking when they're upside down, there's some work with that. But this is the page, knave is Page of Pentacles, yes. So it's about thinking about investments and being like kind of eager to do those investments and new initiatives, but it can look like a lot being on the laptop alone and kind of working on some project. Yes, but I think the money was mentioned at the beginning of this thing reading too, so both are kind of wanting to make also they work well. It comes off like this. Interesting that you have such a like energy, like the person has the lead and you have the goal, like they are like kind of very connected. It could have been any alchemist card and you have this material, but that's like a challenge even and the lesson, so maybe that's what you're working on even. But in your own, how you are showing up is such a beautiful moon and sublimation. Then you come together is also like being stuck together, like maybe there's such a like a little nest here with all kind of ingredients. It's very grounded, like a nest I see here. Yes. Okay, let's have the love card still here. We'll read this Shakti Bhakti. So, your Adam and Eve looks like not so bad. Okay, so I think I got more than one. Let's see what is here. Yes. Okay, both sides. So we have here the heart of the matter. There is more going on that meets the eye. On this side. Here we have true love. Wow. What a promising thing is this. This love is once in a lifetime. Oh, I have here music for you. I have, if something like this happened, I have La Vie en Rose. Now we play it. Okay, wait. Let's show this. Oh wow. Let's put this here. 22 and 30. Let's celebrate this true love. Who is gonna have this golden lead and stuck with each other forever? Okay, I'm happy for you, pile number 1. Okay, let's read this Shakti Bhakti of Seahorse. What is that? Yeah, I keep it a bit shorter. I'm not gonna go to read all this text now here, but maybe some personal reading, I can always do that, and you can even find from my old readings sometimes these. Sometimes I do read them, but now I had so many cards, so I thought like, oh my god, I cannot go into the details in this case. But very promising. Shakti Bhakti of Seahorse. Is there a timeline for new love coming in? Yes, we could check that. We could check that, because this was like a moon on the side of this biker guy, and now it's a full moon of Scorpion, very deep. Scorpio full moon is always very deep. So this could be one indication. I could check something else maybe from the karma cards, but now Shakti Bhakti, this is the advice. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest. Relax and you shall attract all you need. So this is maybe answering even to Jessica that relax and you shall attract all you need. But maybe I will take some of these karma cards. What would be the karma cards now? Let's have this kind of philosopher's stone here. Yeah, but this was already, when I see the first card, it's kind of like, if this is a couple energy, Ace of Cups and Four of Wands, what else is coming than true love? What else? Like, it's already like there. So here, one karma card. Let's see what's happening. Planet. Pluto. Spiritual, the need for control of mental and obsession with physical power struggle. How this can answer to you anything. Let's see, I have like planets are connected, yes and no. So maybe I can see there something extra. What is the Pluto? No control yourself before something else controls you. What that could be. Anyway, Pluto energy is what we have here, this Pluto in Aquarius. Every tarot reader has been saying that lately the energy are very explosive now, especially this period, like today, I think it was even set. So I think the message that came here in the Seahorse was about relax and chill. So no obsession about anybody, just go with the flow, almost like the seahorse is even in the sea, and seahorse even just, I'm always getting it intuitively. I think they're very sensible to the flashlight, and like you could die if somebody photographed them in the water. So, and there's this mystery of your person. There's this really mystery side here a lot. So I think there has to be this kind of unknown, in the sense that you put the intentions like a true magician. You have even the very spiritual cold side here, while they are keeping the true love behind the moon. they have it, but you are kind of like up for it somehow, like you're rising. You're like knowing like, oh my god, there's true love around the corner. So, and there's all this heart open, ready here. So it is true, like when you are ready to love, you see that easier. Like you have to open your heart too to see, but you have this golden heart, everything is good here. Just this person might have a bit, this person comes off this gold, this side is that gold. So there's a little work to be done there. But how you recognize the person, yes, maybe they're a little bit avoidant, maybe they're a little bit like distant, maybe they're a little bit keeping the cards on their chest, but because there is true love, it's such a like a beautiful thing. They are protecting it like this golden shadow that I was talking earlier. it's there. It's worth to go through, to kind of look into the, maybe like a person that would even not be usual type. I don't know if you've been having a relationship with somebody who is really into bikes and biking, but like this is the type here, like just a mannequin bee. Could be one indication who the person is. Or this is a party girl. It's like going around a little bit fancy, dressed nicely. So how you recognize your person could be this. But the Pluto is saying kind of like a don't obsess about thing. Don't do that. Like kind of, it's a beautiful thing about true love. I think even that, like when you don't know the mystery, it's such a beautiful, like the mystic feeling is the most beautiful feeling. So cultivate that even, like let this kind of romance come, and don't obsess. Yes, I'm no rush, just curious. I have lots of business to take care of. Yes. Yeah, it could be destructive if this true love comes, Jessica, now. How can you focus on your moving and everything if there is this love swirling your head? So maybe it's even good for you if you're not like completely in this kind of states, like the unicorns. But it's a beautiful, this is in the cards for the pile number 1. Okay, let's clean this away. I'm happy what kind of alchemy we got here going. And now it's exciting because we're gonna see again love cards. We get these new ones. Put this back into deck so we have a new chance to get this same even. But I have this style that I want to have always chakra crystals, the base energy, and every pile has a different cards based on the chakra. So it will definitely make a different reading then. It's not the same. So I don't know if the next pile is having some the feeling song from Lost Frequencies, but I start to have in my head, I feel it in my bones. Who knows if this is coming to the next pile, but I'm already getting the song. Just saying, sometimes I get songs before things happen. So let's see if we feel something in our bones soon. Now we have a heart chakra coming, so interesting pile for sure. Queen of Swords and 6 of Wands, also very promising energy. Even though, like, I mean, Mannequin P is now here as a queen, but this is a video camera man. And here is like, this is usually victory card. This is like a person on a white horse. A nice dreamy energy here. So I feel it in my bones. Let's see. Will we feel something soon? This is for sure soon gonna open this treasure box. And where did I land my here? Okay, so this. Alchemist card ready. I wanna say about this Alchemist card that this game, like 2022 I think was published, but I had myself a project of blue flowers, part of one design course, 2014, and I was making them related to blue roses, a project, and I was really into this. Why? Because blue roses are symbol of like this kind of magical love, and here is kind of blue rose, which blue rose doesn't exist, but point is that it's beautiful. Sometimes people do color roses and so on. Then we have the card here, heart chakra, and this away. Yes, this Queen of Nagas. Okay, so we start with these feeling cards, I believe. I think that's the best thing to do now. I think everything else I have. Let's open the treasure box. Let's see what we have here. It's just like not seeing, I'm feeling this one. Maybe I take a little bit on my hands like this. Okay, I should not look. Pick them all like on my hand. That's how I'm gonna do it. So. Okay, this here. Okay, I have to look like I get this out. Okay, get this one. So here we have some new cards. Interesting. Yes, so we have here, that was a bit late today because I was still busy making them. So let's see what butterfly love is coming here. True love, maybe again, spring in there. We have here sweet kisses forever for you. Oh, what should we show this here? Oh, the video cameraman. And this, let's face them together. Okay, then we have another butterfly thing here. Oh my god. This love is spiritual. I feel you in my heart. Okay, it was not feeling in my bones. I feel you in my heart, and there's like a Jesus. Oh my god. I was thinking the Purgatorio, we need to go to paradise, so there has to be Jesus. So you have the Jesus. Oh, good for you. Is this how your guy is looking? Is this the spiritual guy? Pointing to the heart, actually. The heart. Okay. I got you, baby. You are safe with me. And this is like a Queen of Pentacles. Just was intuitively putting stuff there because it's like totally like the same kind of look as a Queen of Pentacles, having like a pentacle in the hand, but this is pumpkin. Oh, so there is like couple. Oh, and the Jesus is the video cameraman. Okay. Okay, again, hot and cold. So who is hot? The Jesus is hot. And this is cold. Runner and chaser, fear of abandon, fear of feelings, roller coaster, good and bad, triggering emotions, polarity, naked and vulnerable, cat and mouse. Okay. Still something like butterflies here. Oh my god, this is from the Lana Del Rey butterfly. If he's a serial killer, then what's the worst that could happen to a girl who's already hurt? I'm already hurt. If he's bad as they say, then I guess I'm cursed. Looking into his eyes, I think he's already hurt. He's already hurt. Oh, it's really like this Jesus type, like, oh my god, you seem like you are hurt, but this Jesus also hurt. Yes. But the Queen of Pentacles has a lot to give. The pumpkin soup will heal the heart. Okay. Then, yes, you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every step you take, I will be watching you. You're a powerful dragon. Okay. Talking about the dragon here. The police is the band, but like there is clearly some looks. There is, look, it's really like looking here. Yes. Yes, you. Okay. And what is this last one? Okay, heartbeats. Oh, so sweet. Like there is this heart chakra and heartbeats. My heart skips a beat when I think of you. Best things are felt with heart, music in my soul, soul dancing to the rhythm of life. Wow, there is really nice songs here going on. Okay, sweet. Then we have here, God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God. I mean, can the Jesus on the table even? Oh my God. Okay, I read again. I'm getting confused. Like I see so much like godly things here. Like, okay, I did add one Jesus on these feelings, but of course it came here in the heart chakra pile. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens a doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack of limitation or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Beautiful. And there's like really nice energy here. Okay. There's purpose here. Oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. It's almost like message from me as a reader. Like, yeah, I didn't think yet which pile I would take, but this is somebody who read the cards. It's a good thing that you can really help people to have answers in the cards. It's like confirmation that this is good to have this kind of point of view from the cards. Okay, so now we have to make a space actually for this alchemical process. Sweet Jesus kisses, and oh my god, what is the alchemy then gonna be? Exciting again? Who is exciting of the pile number 2? So we are having again this alchemical procedure. Oh my god, now it's such a... I piled too many things here. So we have the U. I don't have to open this maybe now. Yes, Jessica. So yeah, this is like, I think it's Sunday and somebody should go to maybe some spiritual gathering to meet the person. So Jessica, if you want to meet some spiritual person, maybe today, you should have a little stroll somewhere. Anyway, this is now the lesson. It's like a Sunday love for you. Very spiritual Sunday love. Sunday morning. Da, 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 da. The Nico Velvet Underground. Da, 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 da. Sunday morning. I don't remember the lyrics, so I should make a card of this. Okay, this is the unity. So you are coming as the vinegar. Should I start reading immediately? Vinegar. Let's start immediately recovering what is this? Vinegar. And what is these numbers? Is it like a 34? What is it? Yes, 34. Sometimes it's important to say the numbers because it can be even somebody's age. Is anybody here 34? What was that? 155. What is the vinegar? Is like acidity, distillation, memory. The tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops into a mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts and with intention. This said, it can be easily overused, overwhelming the situation at hand. When the vinegar card is present in a reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way. As they say, it is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. Maybe there is something about, is there something else that could give that kind of energy? Vinegar can act as surprising trump card. It sets the tone for all others that are present. Its sour note cannot be ignored. But it's a helpful ally in the laboratory. To identify a memory that is causing trouble or grief It is wonderful means of distillation. There could be something about this love thing, that there are some bitter memories or something that you have to kind of purify, that you should not carry forward. Often in full moon, indeed, you have to kind of like understand what you have to let go. This Scorpio full moon, maybe there is really something that you have to kind of let go, something to have this heart open. There is such a beautiful God is your source. But there is this pain, there was this pain. Maybe there's some fear of something, because if he's a serial killer, then what's the worst that could happen to a girl who's already hurt? This already hurt tells me there is maybe something, but anyway, in this beautiful lyrics is also, I think he's already hurt. You're recognizing the pain in the other person, but you should not make that kind of cross. Everybody carries their cross, like Jesus carries their cross. This carries a pumpkin. I mean, this reading is quite interesting now. This carries a pumpkin. He carries a cross, but is pointing to the heart. Like, this is such a beautiful image, because it is totally like kind of truth about this chakra healing also. That heart chakra is like, you should not be actor, you should be a true lover. And what it is really like to have this kind of fire in your heart, to love with passion, have this fire in your heart, like Jesus fire in your heart, and not be afraid. Like the fire burns all the hurt away. The fire is actually usually burning indeed, like the Venus is rising from the ashes. I'm getting really passionate about this. The Venus is rising from the ashes, and so the kind of old hurt is burning away. So yes, here there is something about that too. This is like a vinegar, can be sour to kind of address what you have to let go, but then it has to happen to have the clean slate, because they both recognize you both have suffered. It's not just one. So there is this unity to give compassion, like both have they cross to bear, cross to hold. But in Queen of Pentacles, it comes really like even my case, like I have the Shadow Sister healing, is really like I have had my negative experience about narcissist abuse, this kind of stuff. It can, when I got like through it and I learned lessons from it, it became a strength. So something about what strength, recognize what kind of strength you got. You are now Queen of Pentacles. You are like, thanks to all this what you have endured, you are good queen. I got you, baby. You are safe with me. You are a safe, secure person. You have realized, like, oh my God, like what I have realized too. Like I thought I was messed up or something, reacting badly in a bad situation. But it's a normal to react bad when other people are triggering you or doing something, cheating, lying. Of course, it's healthy to react. Who wouldn't? I was blaming myself, like I lost my cool, for example. I was blaming myself that I couldn't be like a in calm and peace talking when I shouted to my ex or something. Like it was like I have not been in those states because I happen to be a secure person. But this, if you're not used to facing something like that, of course the reaction can be very bad. But then that hurt you have to like let go. Okay, long story short, let's see your person. Darkening. You both have dark energy, but that is actually beautiful, because then you are the Jesus and the pumpkin lady. Oh my God, pumpkin lady can be even a Cinderella actually. It's the Cinderella and the Jesus. Who likes this association? Oh my God. Yes. Oh. So what is this darkening? Your person is having this crow here. Nice. 12 is totally like a hangman number. Hangman. Okay. Funny, but not funny, but like kind of like making these associations. Darkening. So your person is this depth, readiness, journeying. In alchemy, darkness is an achievement. It indicates the material has been through a significant occurrence, sometimes called an initiatory experience, that has brought it into a state of readiness for the work. The darkness prepares us. We moved beyond the small talk and chit-chat of the upper world and descended into the psychic layers of the soul. We admit who we are fully and bravely, and thus open ourselves to the process of transformation. When this card appears, it's not necessary to delve into what brought you here, the initiation, likely by fire, that had caused the embers to char. Rather, it is time to heal, and darkness is the remedy. Closing your eyes is a voluntary expression of darkening. By practicing it daily, we drop into the depths and surrender. As the alchemist's eye adjusts, transformation begins. Beautiful thing about closing eyes. It's almost like meditation, dreaming, going in the in-depth inner healing, deep inner healing. Your person has that energy. Draw with charcoal or Indian ink. Let the depth of the pigment move you and follow its lead. The only requirement is that you allow the material to express itself. I think it even reminds me a little bit like a tattoos and this kind of really like a, very artistic person, your person, whatever roles are. But this vinegar here, and then this sour, but then sour can be good. Life, you have to have both sweet and sour. Maybe your person appreciate that thing that you have acknowledged, also the darkness, that you understand each other. Okay, let's go forward. This is a lesson. Again, sublimation. So this bird energy can be read it in the pile number 1. This is now the lesson, and it is becoming like a high, rising higher. Interesting. I'm gonna read just fast this because we already had that in the person's energy, but now this is the challenge energy in this pile. Very much again connected. I see this image connected to the Ace of Cup. Really, this love energy is your challenge. Maybe the sour thing has stopped this kind of serial killer talk here, like you're afraid of some people. You have to keep open your heart, because that's like, don't fake it, be a true lover. Sublimation. Sometimes the piles are connected even, so some pile might also be for you. You have to always follow your intuition, like what is feeling, right? Let's read something about this. This is the challenge now. So it's alchemical operation of air. It occurs when there is enough heat to change a solid substance into a gas, causing it to rise up and up away. And when the sublimation is present, there is an aspect of celebrated elevation, of ascending above and gaining a greater perspective. Birds in flight, mountain peaks, ladders, and balloons are all sublimation images. And then the sublimation has a subtle potential. Through ascension, there is a risk of separating from others, of sensing on oneself higher or above. This risk is particularly great in spiritual traditions that offer a linear model of achievement. The divine alchemist rises humbly and supports the upliftment of others, always in touch with the cycle of humanity. Service is the natural balancing agent of sublimation. It may be the next rung on your ladder, yes. So that's the challenge. How can you serve the people? Polarities are a necessity. Every action has a reaction. We cannot have the sun without the moon, and vice versa. It's a matter of finding balance within the polarity, yes. And here is kind of your challenge is this, like there's so much darkness and bitter has been here, that yes, you can help yourself, but helping the others even, kind of we are teaching others what we are learning ourselves. something like this, like what you have learned in these bitter life lessons, you can then help others to rise too. That's your lesson. Like kind of like sharing is caring. Like if you learn something, share it. Don't be alone in the heights, like just kind of like a floating away like a balloon. Like maybe you got spiritual, but keep connected with others. Like the other person is here in the having wings too. That is a crow. Here is Chale saying, and developing an appreciation for both. Yes, balance and polarity. Let's see now this card for your person. This is today's challenge. Autumn. What the colors, like I love to see like this crow is really like a similar, no? There is really this autumn colors, but they have an autumn challenge. Interesting. Is this 14? What is this? Oh, I cannot see this number. What? I'm again confused. What is this number? What is this number? It's not 14. Ah, it's 19. Yeah, because this is 10, of course. Yeah, of course. 1, 2, 3. Autumn is the challenge. Yes, beautiful. The culmination, the broad view, generosity. In alchemical terms, autumn is the denouement of Earth's grand narrative. It is a symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. The story of our year finds closure, and we begin to look toward the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking. Gratitude and generosity are the spirit of the season, so share the wealth of your fortune. Looking back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer their boons back to the world as part of the ongoing cycle. Be like an autumnal tree, come to fruition and then release. So it is really like that's the challenge, how to release things. Like they keep things close to them. They don't want to release it or something, that they just hold on to things. Like the crow would have a ring or some property or some coin or whatever, and they would not let it go. But it's a good thing to let things like to others. And then this is kind of helping energy also, could be in this relationship. Learning to share the wisdom between this. Interesting. It's like a life tree here, kind of coming from the dark, almost like a family tree. Something about the family tree, maybe even here there's something wisdom here. Okay, let's see the union. What is this? The great serpent. That is what an alchemical process is this. Ouroboros, that is, we are talking, I'm so liking this. I cannot take that box now there, but you know, magician is having the belt on the waist, that is the Ouroboros, is that snake. I don't know if I'm gonna shake this whole table by taking this box here, but this is the Ouroboros on the waist of the magician. And this is the unity energy of the couple energy, like a magician belt. Wow. Interesting. It's cool to see this kind of again. I'm happy. What is this again? Must be this last energies maybe. Which number is this? XLV. What is that? Anybody get this number? XL and V. What is that? It's like L. It's the 60 again, something. Yeah, I'm trying to find it from this kind of page. It's really difficult to see. I don't see it. Oh, 45. Okay. Yes, 179. Okay. I have to learn this deck to know these numbers, but we have here the unity for your lovely couple. Jesus and the pumpkin queen Cinderella. The tail eater, the guardian quantum realm. The Ouroboros is the all-encompassing cliff of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation. Good, bad, blasphemous, or precious, the materials of our life transmutate into gems. Beautiful in the Dragon Year, talk about that. Yes, thank you, Chaili. I need help sometime because I cannot look now Google. So they transmute into gems, everything here in this relationship, along the great serpent spine. Along with your woos, the Ouroboros encircles every pair of opposites. What is masculine becomes feminine. What is sky becomes earth. What is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm. Everything is possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. Wow, this talks about magical love story. Even having the Jesus on the table. The Cinderella. Okay, so note that the great serpent eats itself, not others. The work starts and ends with the alchemists themselves. Through this remembrance, the alchemist learns to service the world. And yeah, this is like the card runs in tandem with the rotation card. In both appear in one reading. Okay, wait, not like that. Anyway, it is really this kind of circular thing. Snake eating the tail. I think this is beautiful omen for this relationship. Even from the God is the source. Wow. Wow. This is very, very, very promising. Again, let's read now Queen of Nagas. What is the message here? Number 5. And we have the love card still on the on to read, but let me see, where did I put that booklet now? Like, I'm a little bit here. So this advice for the couple is: a sacred task exists for you to fulfill. It is to be found through connection to your heart. Be open only to those most authentic teachings which prove helpful to your continued spiritual progress and personal freedom. Cleansing your body, mind, heart, and soul will be of particular benefit at this time. Powerful, subtle energies are helping ensure your success. Believe that many positive synchronities and unexpected allies will rally to support you. Also very spiritual kind of message. Then we have still the love card. Love card that is coming to this lovely couple. Sweet kisses forever for you. I think I got 2 immediately. Let's see. They're stuck together. We have here, choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. Nice. There's a lot of things happening here. Butterfly also here. Like, was there? Yeah, there's a butterfly kisses. Look, there is also that butterfly here. Nice. Pretty similar. And this side, we have rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. So this darkening energy here. Sometimes that is the energy indeed. The dark moon also is always asking, when there's no full moon, is like asking us to rest. The person has this autumn, like it can be taking a lot of effort to make that harvest. Is this meaning that this is like, this is a challenge? So they have put a lot of like pushing maybe some project to release something, to get out something. But then there is between you two, there's this beautiful Ouroboros that is anything is possible. So that is kind of very beautiful, like a possibilities are in the air. There's this video cameraman and then this kind of victory card person admiring, like there is nice energy here. Okay, I think this was your reading pile number 2. No, it's not. We have tarot cards. I almost forgot. Tarot cards are needed. So many other cards. Let's just have fast this side and this side. Okay, this. Almost forgot. Tarot cards. We have Tulikettu and Tulen synty. So there is like a firefox and bird of a fire. So I think this could be Ace of Wand. And this is Six of Wand. So practically the same card. This is coming here. Just looking shortly. Tulikettu story, if I don't read it from the Finnish book, is telling about how there is this kind of mysterious fox. Maybe I have to read something about this book still for you. It's really beautiful with the northern lights and all. Because we have this story in Finland about how the Arctic lights are kind of like a fox going in the sky. And then they have this kind of very big new beginning energy here too. Wow. Let's see, before I read anything, what is your person? Antero Vipunen. Wow, this is the Hermit card and Virvatuli. This is Five of Swords. This is like fires that are flickering in the swamp, that the person would be like, Virvatuli is something like a fake. Exactly. There might be fake love and the person has been like a victim of something that they thought was love but was not. Maybe they're hurt with that. Like some bad came with the fact that they thought it was like a true love and fire, kind of Jesus fire in the heart, but it was not. So this has been like a warning experience, and now they are in this kind of hermit mode, kind of like this too. Antero Vipunen is usually very wise, like a rock person, who the wise wizard go to ask like a help. This kind of like a interesting character here to give like a wise advice from the rock. It's really a bit like a Lord of the Rings stories in our national epoch that these cards are. But interesting, this is very fitting to that. I want to read about this firefox a little bit, and I want to read a little bit about this hermit card, because it might be a nice advice for this relationship. And then we have to do the pile number 3, because where is my book now? Where did I put here? So, Tulikettu. Interesting this is that this is really the same as this. I love to see when the cards are repeating. So it's like a foxy lady is here. Passionate. These old stories are in Finnish and I translate. So let's see some meaning. So the firefox is a mythical animal that the fur of this firefox was kind of like shining like a fire, but with a blue light, like a blue flicker. And the fire foxes were moving in the early dawn, and they were going against the wind, and then the fur was even, if they were going against the like a wind, it was even stronger, this shine. And if the fox was still, it looked like black fox. And then there's this story indeed about the Arctic lights. The Arctic lights were born in the folk tales when the fire fox was running on the mountains of Lapland, and its sides were touching the trees. And even the hunters wanted to capture this fire fox because the hunters believed that if you capture this rare fox, you would become famous and rich. And yes, this kind of dark fox fur was very valuable. Cool indeed. That is the female energy here. How cool is that? A maker of Arctic lights. How beautiful is that? But yeah, can be hunted. Here we had the serial killer also, like maybe the fox has learned that there are sometimes indeed when you have this maiden energy. I noticed too. I mean, I'm already 45, but I look young. But when you have this maiden energy, there's always this kind of yeah, maidens are hunted. It's just natural. When you look young, you are like hunted. So maybe there is this thing that what kind of, there is choose love anyway, like kind of like a, don't run away. If somebody comes after you and you know they are good, because, oh my God, there's the love here and the Jesus on the table. This love is spiritual. So maybe then you choose the love, but you can be, maybe you have learned to be a little bit careful because you have this experience that you're hunted down a little bit. Anyway, this would be the Ace of Wand, and also huge power kind of in the sky, like the Arctic lights also. Similar, like a very initiative energy here. Beautiful thing here too, in this challenge. And your person has now this hermit energy. So let's see something about that. So you would recognize them that they are a little bit hermiting, a little bit isolation. So they're a bit alone, they are finding the light inside. It's also harvest, connected to the harvest actually here saying. So this autumn cord is really passing. And indeed, autumn is connected to the Virgo energy. Hermit is a Virgo card. So this Virgo energy might be present in your person. Oh, that's a challenge. Yeah, that's a challenge. So there is this whole story about how the Väinämöinen, the old wizard, wanted to marry the young maiden from the north, and then he had to go to ask advice from this Vipunen, this kind of rock man. So he got captured in this rock, and this rock man didn't let him out. And then he made a boat to get out of this body of the rock man or something. It is a very weird story. But it's almost like this kind of Moby Dick story. Like he's inside of this rock man and he wants to get out, and he do all kind of tricks. Let's see some wisdom, because this is a long story how he was like get out of that belly of that rock man. So it is, this card is showing how the wizard go to the underworld to find the missing information. It's interesting. Lovenlanko, like when he dropped into this rock, the meaning in Finland, Lovenlankeaminen, is like you fall in love. You fall in love, you fall into the rock. So, but in this case, fall in love means that you are getting altered state of consciousness, like a shaman, that you could walk between different worlds, make your tasks. And in the belly of this rockman is kind of like where that the words were not lost. He found the words back that he thought were lost, because he used the words to make the wizard things, magic. He was the best singer to sing everybody to a swamp, but he found them from that belly of that rockman. And then, it's a long story. It's just meaning like if you're alone, like maybe here also there's a little darkening. If you're alone doesn't mean that you are lonely. It can have a very fruitful and positive influence on you, your spiritual growth. So the wisdom in here is like, look for the inner source of the inner wisdom. Yes. And if crows are also, they always go between upper underworld. So it's beautiful that this kind of like could even beautifully symbolize a person showing up a crow, like can move between these worlds. It's like a shaman bird. You are having a beautiful relationship with somebody who is like a Jesus and a shaman. Interesting. And having a very loving heart, even hiding it a little bit. Okay, so here we go. That's your reading pile number 2. Was this interesting? Very interesting that you are then showing up this firefox. Even there's this vinegar energy here. Some sour firefox. Okay, we go to pile number 3. I don't even see what time is it. Can I see this? Yes, it's getting a bit late. But I continue still. I have a time limit. If my child comes, I think it was 7 or 8. I hope it was now, so I have time. But that might interrupt my thing. So let's put this stuff here. Okay, this go back still. This can come again. Not sure. The feeling card is that they can come again. So somebody interested of the pile number 3 now coming up. Yeah, again the chest. Chance to get some feelings out of the box. So I find this is kind of like a purgatory now. Having the purgatory chapter, I felt like I have to bring some new energies, and correct way is to talk about alchemist and all this kind of new material. So I felt like we have to have a little bit something new as we are in different kind of energy. So extreme unction, very promising. 34 is advice card here coming. Then the feeling cards we get, we have the throat chakra is like, don't be a silent shout. This is totally artistic. Crystal, this lapis lazuli, like express, find any way to express yourself in a relationship. This is love reading. So express, dance, sing, write, anything that this expression is healing your heart, and your relationship needs that. Maybe some art even you create together, or there's something that gives extra good stuff to you. We have here couple energy, interestingly, 4 of cups and 8 of wands. That is totally like the manifestation or momentum energy. Interesting, there is like a little drink, like a very sophisticated, like a schnapps, and then this 4 of cups is usually like the spirit is giving the extra cup. So now the kind of the female here is having that cup too. Shaylee, you are such an amazing reader and have a gorgeous soul. Yeah, thank you. I enjoy this, but it is a little bit like sitting in this room. I do kind of long readings, so I should learn a little bit do short readings, but I hope I'm excited to see what's coming. I hope you get value too. So this is the couple energy, very promising too, but this is a scout. Baden Powell scout. So Mannequin P in Brussels, this statue has a lot of costumes, and interesting, this is scout here. Interesting even is that Scouts are busy on Sundays, and now it's Sunday, so they're always having some tasks on Sunday. So it's nice that it's now. So, do we start immediately feeling us? Yes, we do. So I'm closing my eyes to feel these things. Okay, so mix this well. This one. Okay, this is some feel they're a little bit different. Okay, and this. One more. Okay, a lot of butterflies, looks like. Let's see. Yes, I was busy today making this sunlight. It was very hot. There is 2 butterflies first. So this is a feeling of your person, about you. The feeling. This is the lost frequencies. I was already singing it earlier. We are dancing, baby, under open skies. My heart is crazy. It tells me you are the one. I should run, and the feeling goes on, and the feelings goes on and on and on and on. Wow, and then there's this kind of butterfly finding the flower. The butterflies dancing. The feeling goes on and on. Okay. Maybe, I don't know what we should show, maybe like this. Then we have codependency, okay. Immature, can't let go, sex and rock and roll, fear of losing, burning hard, attached to outcome, needing you, devil loves you, wanting to be together right away, big desire. Okay, devil thing is always, thing can be that there is obsessive energy, like totally codependence, like I cannot live without you, but that's also kind of movie thing, like, oh, I love you so much, cannot let you go. Shall I say, I think that the readings have been perfect. Yeah, this is interesting mix what comes with this, even the feeling course. So we have the cave, kind of hermit energy also here. Artists usually, yes, they need their own space. So, I mean, it's natural even that this kind of cave comes here. So problem solving, isolation, shadow work, being alone, hermit, going into deep to heal, sadness, withdrawing, wounds, licking wounds. So some little wolf is here looking alone the sunrise or sunset. So, and we have, there's another time this, if he's a serial killer, then what's the worst that could happen to a girl who's already hurt? This is Lana Del Rey. Butterflies on. I'm already hurt. If he's bad as they say, then I guess I'm cursed. Looking into his eyes, I think he's already hurt. He's already hurt. But this is a beautiful thing that you recognize, like you have the fears because you've been hurt, but even the other person has been hurt, so you're not the only one. So you can find unity with this kind of. You don't have to fear each other because you're not gonna hurt. Even there is a saying, hurt people hurt others, hurt people hurt people. So sometimes you really need to have this cave moment. You have to heal yourself before you can really healthy way love, because there's this codependency. But maybe you need each other. I get the kind of like feeling goes on and on. You need this kind of good feelings. It's good to have good feelings. You deserve that. Nirvana about the girl. I need an easy friend. I do with an ear to lend. I do think you fit the shoe. I do, but you have no clue or have a clue. I'll take advantage while you hang me out dry, but I can't see you every night. Free, I do. It's again kind of longing. It's kind of Cinderella thing too here, like that you fit the shoe. They see you do fit the shoe. So then is one Eurovision song coming again about the Windows 95 man. Is this the same verse? Maybe not the same verse, but this is Finland's song. 11th of May, there is Eurovision final. Finland has this Windows 95 man, no rules. No rules, it's how I live, how I find the wind beneath my wings. It's how I learn to fly. No rules, in the heat of the night, in the thrill of the fight, I don't even care what's wrong or right. That's how I live my life. No rules. Quiet as I speak. I'm the king, I'm the queen, and you all gonna be free. Forget the rules and scream, no rules. Wow. Maybe there is really this freedom. After all, like codependency and thing, like you realize like you don't want that kind of codependency. You want to express freely, so you take the kind of risk to express more, even about the hurt, because then you are like open with your cards. Something like you don't have to have so strict rules with this relationship. There's things happening here. Looks like even this person is always like can be anxiety because they're like waiting under a tree, and this one is like things are just happening, momentum happening, a lot of manifestation, again a bit like a party girl here, but it's not bad energy at all. This is very cautious, maybe a bit like this hermit is cautious because has got hurt, so not bad. We have here smell the flowers and forget me not. Oh, so there is something that this really means a lot, this relationship. Like they wish that you never forget them. Then we have spread your wings and fly. What's this also here? Wind behind my wings. The wind beneath my wings, it's how I learn to fly. And here is like spread your wings and fly. Happiness is a butterfly. Yeah, this is the Lana Del Rey song. Try to catch it. Like every night, it escapes from my hands into moonlight. Every day is a lullaby. Oh, this is kind of romantic energy here on this side, I would say. And we have still one more. You are like my favorite song. What is here then? Lost frequencies and where are you now? You are just like my favorite song going around and around my head. Oh, sweet spring energy here. Fairy with the dragonfly. Oh, okay. So this is starting well. Let's see what the purpose card is. It's flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. Also nice. Like there's forget-me-not flower. And then we have here the angel card, sever woes of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any woes of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these woes will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So there is this hurt maybe about feeling poor, like something went wrong, you invested a lot and then you hurt, but sever the woes of poverty, like understand like it's not everything is lost. It happened, it doesn't happen anymore, for example. So no more thinking that you're poor. No poor me, this kind of martyr thing. It's like forget me not in a good sense, like even you could say yourself, forget me not. Forget not yourself, how much you need the love. Okay, now we go to this kind of alchemist spread. Exciting. Third pile. Let's have a little charging with this. This is my magical stone. Consider charge sometime. So we have a throat chakra. Throat chakra. The person is coming like this, and you are coming like this. And the person in the challenge, the lessons, and the unity. Blue roses, let's see. I'm gonna have a little drink. I'm drinking here, this is second one, but this kind of river Fanta. My son is called River. That's why I love to drink this. I buy it for him. Okay. We have here you. Sun Splendor. Wow. What a card is this? Paradise. Not bad at all. Okay. Again, this magician readings seem to be very promising. Very promising indeed. Splendor Solis, Sun Splendor, Sunny Side. Yeah, of course, this is coming kind of like a manifestation. A lot of good vibes. That side. L3, is that 63? No, what is this? It's 53. 195. So we have here you. Generosity, health, abundance. Reveal in the glory of Splendor Solis. There are several cards in the Alchemy deck that relate to the sun, yet this card specifically depicts the long-term effect of its radiance. Think abundance, fulfillment, and altruism. Envision celebration and collaboration. But is it possible in our complex world? The sun splendor says yes, one day and one ray at a time. Immediately I want to give you this before I forget. It's a beautiful thing for every month to make like a sun rays, like make this kind of sun, like you can write there now next May, and then every time something beautiful happens, you make a new ray in that sun. And I have made that sometimes in my journaling practice. So one ray at a time. When Splendor Solis arrives in the laboratory, the alchemists realize that kindness and generosity are the secret ingredients. All other paths fall away. Through giving back to others and the world, we became more like the sun itself, radiant light and expecting nothing in return. Don't know where to start? Thank someone. Then thank another person. Soon the alchemist finds they are not alone in their laboratory and miracles arrive both small and large. Yes, beautiful sun energy. Sally said, I love that you are an amazing model. Yes, I try to be, like, I'm separated, so I have my challenges that, of course, I have to find a way to share time with my ex, and sometimes he kind of take my kindness and have him for the holiday longer. Let's not complain about this, but it happened now that I didn't have him so much for the holiday, and I was kind of sad about it. Anyway, the person is now here. Mars. Wow. This Aries planet. Sun and the Mars. Hot, hot. Hot, hot. Wow. Hot, hot. What is this Mars? It's really masculine person in the horizon. How close is this Mars? I think the Mars energy is currently active even. So, will, vigor, activism. So that's your person. With Mars by our side, we can assert ourselves in the world. Our presence is felt and our voice is heard. Like a flame, Mars rises upward and helps us stand strong for what we believe in. Social justice movements are great examples of Mars energy in action. With clarity of purpose, Mars leads us to peaceful change, the upholding of human rights, and representing the unrepresented. When Mars appears in a reading, there is strength and vigor required to face the challenges ahead. It may take the form of speaking your truth, getting yourself out of the harmful relationship or job, or getting involved in activist work. And you have to be careful with these doges of Mars, as an uncontrolled amount it leads to outbursts of violence. Mars is most potent when paired with ahimsa, non-violence. Yes, it has been even said currently, like there has been really strong Mars energy around. Charlie, that is difficult. My ex kidnapped our son when he was 2 and I have not seen him since, and he turned 8 in February. Oh my god. Yes. How do you cope with this? What kind of help you have this situation? Because I have had, it is not that you have had like ongoing, like you cannot even see this child and you have not ever seen him, but I had this COVID time when I got sick in the 2020. I was like sick and he took him and he didn't let me call, and my child was then 5 and it's like 3 weeks and I couldn't talk to him. And I kept making videos that I wish that my ex would show to him. I have a boy and he had not shown him, and I was really like a heartbroken. So I can understand like you have like not seen your child. Wow. Anyway, there is this kind of fight energy here a little bit. But yeah, it's difficult sometimes if a person has no compassion to the other person. Like, of course, like a mother wants to talk to the child who is small. Like, I was worried a lot and I was even sick, like I was worried. Charlie said, I have not had any help. I mean, I have through meeting people, it literally killed me. My mother's born also passed away when he was 10 weeks and 3 days old. Oh, it's very painful thing. This can be really big darkness. But is like you have to not isolate. I'm happy that you are seeing this reading, and hopefully there is something like you have. How long time ago is this now? So it's like time can heal, yes, but if you have lost a child or even one is dead, it's really like a pain. It's really hard to heal that. Okay, I continue, but this is now the challenge, right? Yes, the only reason I stay alive is because I won't do that to my child who is still here. Yes. Yeah, you are needed. Yes, and I was also like down about my separation, that I really didn't ask any of this. Like I was a devoted partner and everything. Like, let's not go into privacy details, because I really realized like I should be like a just reader, not to talk about my own life always here. But yeah, it had been 6 years at Chalet. So it's like, it can be really hard when you lose a child and you have no power on this. Like somebody takes something from you like that. It's wrong. It's definitely wrong. But if you can find any support with justice system, sometimes I have been afraid to even to sue my ex, so I didn't do that. And fears, they can stop us. You think that things can go even worse if you start fighting about something, but sometimes you need to put your feet down and say like, no, enough. I need my child back. It's okay. Thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate you. Yes. It's like, I didn't sue him, but we are able to agree when we have him. But sometimes because he used this power that he keeps him and doesn't call, and he still do this, it's just wrong, and I have no means to call police or something, because I have no means, because I didn't have a legal case against him. So sometimes you need that to have the justice system behind you, you know. Okay, let's see the challenge on this side. Anyways, the sunny side. Venus, wow, very feminine side here. Venus and Mars and Venus, they are like I mean, that is your challenge to be this Venus, but the Mars and Venus are completely the pair here. Charlie said, I filed for custody, but the court did nothing. It is also the cost. That is everything. If you are alone parent, it can be really hard. All this that you have to handle everything alone. Completely understand that. So Venus here is 89. think it's important to talk about it. Even me saying these things, I mean, I have not been always talking about how hard it is, but I really don't want to fight, and that's why I didn't want to sue my ex, and I could have, but I didn't, because I didn't want to fight. I just want to have a peaceful life. But sometimes you have to have that official paper so people are more helping you then. So sometimes it's right to do that, even you're afraid that what's going to happen to you. If there will be more arguments, if there will be more issues because you do that. Yeah, it is hard. I'm totally alone living in a country that is not my own. So it is only what I want is peace. So that's the weakness maybe when you are like an empath, like you just want to have that everybody's okay. And then you should defend, in some case, you should defend yourself. But some people, they don't let you be in peace. So yeah, I should not rant about this, but some people don't want to let you be in peace, even you want to be, only you want is peace. So there is this kind of hate bond that somebody want to have, but I've been trying to not to participate, that's for sure. That's what you can do. If somebody want to make a hate bond with you, you don't have to be part of it. You can say no, like, no, I'm not gonna argue. That's not me. I don't want to do this kind of life where we argue. We can find a solution. We can find peace. We can like find even support other people that can give another perspective. So here it is Venus, pleasure, eros, and beauty. But that's the like a challenge and the lesson. The sunny person here should maybe embrace that Venus energy. With arrival of Venus, the senses open as if for the first time. It is the planet of pleasure, of touch, of sensual delights. Venus is often depicted as romance or erotism between people, but it can also be experienced as an all-out love affair with Mother Nature herself. Aphrodite emerging from the ocean is a classic example of Venus imagery, as is Cupid with his bow. No matter how old or jaded you are, when this card appears, it's a sign that attraction is at an all-time high. The laboratory is all right with love. The alchemist, magician laboratory now. There is attraction and love in your laboratory. You may be in love with the work, with the materials, with another person, or with the world itself. Seeing beauty in small moments is a sign Venus is in balance. An obligatory reminder that pleasure and pain are usually found intertwined. It's a kind of like a very hopeful message even for you, Charlie. Like pleasure and pain, they are like part of life. You have to find the balance. Charlie, this is so true. We only have power of ourselves and our own actions. Yes. Yeah. If you are aware of something that somebody tried to push you to be in the hate bond, and you have a power to say no to it, just say no to it, and you don't have to justify your no. Like, I've been really trying to just get out of like that kind of like patterns. Like, I would respond and react. No, I can do better. I don't have to be arguing, because I don't need that. That's not me. I'm really happy. Like, you could find out what is your attachment style. Like, it gave me so much power when I did this test and I saw like I'm a secure person. Only thing that I've been then having not secure person around me, and then that what put me off the rail, like agitated or emotional or something, because they treated me bad and so on. So, but if you understand like yourself, wow, you can be secure person, then everything can be safe. So or find that secureness by saying no, because boundaries are so healing and so good to have strict boundaries. That's what you need if you have any hurt. Anyway, this Venus is now a challenge. And other side, Jupiter. Wow, there is really masculine energy here. Mars and Jupiter. Jupiter is another fire sign, like a ruling planet. This is Sagittarius here. They have that planet. Chale, it used to be getting overly attached. I have really worked on that though. Yes. You have to, yeah, the balance, it can start really from yourself. Like saying no to others, you say yes to yourself. That's a basic, beautiful sentence you can say. When I say yes to myself, I say, when I say no to others, I say yes to myself. And then you can be yourself more safe. Yeah. Shall I say, last person I fell in love with has a severe dismissive avoidant attachment style, and that's horrible. Anxious attachment for me, but sometimes anxious attachment, I might have become anxious because I was with that kind of person. So sometimes you get influence about the people you hang out with. So just notice like what is actually your normal. Maybe you were not that way first, but somebody like caused you such a horrible experiences that made you anxious because you couldn't feel safe. Women need to feel safe, and men's duty is to make them safe. So if somebody cannot make you feel safe, you should really be able to say no to that kind of thing. Yes, but it can be a work that you can do with yourself. But anyway, this Jupiter energy is here as a challenge. It's expanding energy. So maybe something that this is such a strong fire, very Mars and Venus. This is like a polar opposite. Very masculine energy on this side anyway. But masculine energy is even the sun. So in even this side there is this active energy. Let's see. We have here Jupiter as a challenge. I have to speed up this reading a bit, but expansion, possibility, fortune. Yes, is also the wheel of fortune connected to this. That's the challenge of that person. Jupiter is often a welcome sight emerging from the darkness, shimmering with possibilities. It is the planet of growth, expansion, success, and elevation. When this card appears, the future is full and bright, perhaps even dazzling. Everyone wants to be around Jupiterian energy and claim it for themselves, so there is like a magnetic feeling at play. The work is to keep Jupiter's bigness in balance during the wave of expansion that's taking place. Its shadow is most easily seen in celebrity culture, excess consumption, and messaging of never enough. You may begin comparing yourself with others or assessing your value. Don't double judge yourself for this. Jupiter happens. Instead, realign with the benevolent message in your heart. What truly needs expanding, it's likely not your followers or your bank account. Yeah, it's kind of this thing like what is enough. You should recognize that. I even have always this book in this room. I love this book. Anybody here is like a alone business, Company of One. In this book it speaks about like how staying small is the next big thing for business. You don't always have to go into this like a more is more, like expanding your business. You set like a standard, like what is until what I want to grow, and then you have time for the family too, you have time for hobbies too. Like more is not always more. Like you know what you're aiming, and then you are happy with that, and you start to be having gratitude of the what you have actually gained, and not always thinking like, oh, this is not enough, you have to do more. So that could be the challenge in that person, that they feel not enough, and maybe your challenge here is like you don't think that you are attractive enough, but truth is you are. Like there is really like you should start to see how beautiful like a little details, noticing even this part here is kind of noticing the flowers, noticing the magic. It's very Venus energy to be in the present moment. Okay, the unity of this couple. Benevolent guide. Wow, there is really like a bee here. Wow, I love this, how this these cards have turned out for each pile. This number again, this is like a 50 something. Who is fast to know? Which is this LV 250, what is it? Benevolent guide. Which is this number? It's like LV2. Is it like 60? No. Yeah, I live in Utah. The state symbol is a bee. So maybe this pile is for you. But I still didn't find it from here. Where is that bee number? So difficult. Can somebody know this number? Showing it until here. 57. Yes. I'm happy to be back because I had 1 week break and now I do this long reading. Yes, 57. Spiritus Rector, Benevolence Guide, Inner Voice, Guide, and Ali. This is your unity energy in your couple. Like alchemist, you should have this guiding spirit. How easy it is to doubt the presence of the Spiritus Rector. The alchemist, falling into a moment of forgetfulness, feels alone in the laboratory and begins to doubt their work. Disarray and discontent follow. Who do I listen to? Where do I turn for guidance? All the while, the benevolent guide hovers close, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be heard amidst the noise of the world. It whispers words of kindness and encouragement into the ears of the alchemist. When this card appears, it asks us to recall the guidance we have received at important junctures in our life. That benevolent presence is constant, not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. You cannot make a wrong choice when the Spiritus Rector is near. Nice spring bee. To distinguish it from the mystical sister card, the benevolent guide card is typically experienced as a presence within, not as another person. And then building connection with the Spiritus Rector requires us to engage with the unseen world, the realms barely visible and rarely discussed. Close your eyes and begin. Again, there is this kind of dreaming energy, like you should close your eyes and just dream big and see it before you have it. A bit like feel it, and then you are already having the love because you have the love inside of you. Very creative energy in the sense that you are using these visual techniques to manifest this thing. Venus and a Mars and a Jupiter and a luck and a forget-me-not, and wow, it's not bad, but there is a bit lone energy. You don't have to be long time alone. If you're able to see it, feel it, you will catch it, you will get it. Don't forget the person. Yes, something like that. Okay, now we take, before I read this, let's take the love cards first to read this, end this reading soon too. I know the time is running and then my child is on the door too. I want to be ready for him. I don't want to be bad mom that like I'm busy here. It's like, he's important to me, my river boy. I love him. Spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. Wow, what a message. Moon, full moon is coming. This gives me time-wise immediately, like you should now recognize this kind of very masculine Mars Jupiter person in your life and have this kind of quality time. Find it, it's good for you. Then the other side we have ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. It's really like a little mermaid and the sea god. Very deep energy because Scorpio full moon is this kind of, I always think that the ocean is so deep. Like if you have emotions, they are totally like can be so deep that it's like a bottom of the ocean, and it's a beautiful thing to find, like a treasures. So this is the whisper of love. There are different kind of, but this is whisper of love, this one. I'm not going to read the full text now, but it is beautiful thing. Even the water is here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, then we have here Sacrament of Extreme Unction. Sacrament is kind of love too. So I'm very happy what kind of, like, these cards could be many kind of combinations. What you got here, it's nice. It's not bad at all. 34. So I think there's some love. Spring in the air shows. Yes, this octagon. Yes, is a Wild Unknown Alchemy. This is the guidebook, but this Wild Unknown Alchemy. That's Kim Kransen made. There is another one existing of this also, but I start using now because we are the magician team. I thought that's magicians always busy with the material, so that's fitting. So the Sacrament of Extreme Unction. Your heart knows how to let go so you can find peace. It is time for you to experience. Let's put this like that because it's time for you to experience spiritual closure. A beautiful new reality is opening up for you. Entering it requires you to release your attachment to the past. You have been inwardly preparing for a powerful rebirth. Now it's time to trust in what is meant for you and move toward it with an open, trusting heart and peaceful mind. Yes. I think the peace was coming even when I was talking about how we should not cultivate the hate bond. We should just cultivate love bond. And love bond here showing quality time is important. It's even a love language. And ask for help. Act of service is also one kind of love language. So that your person or this side of person might need help. And if you can give that, how beautiful is that? You can support. You can ask like, baby, how can I support you? And have this safe space together. Nice. So I think I end all the readings here. No. Again, the tarot cards. These are so like oracle card based on readings now that I almost forget my... So I'm still gonna show what's happening on this side and what's happening on this side. So here we have 7 of Swords. So yes, there's been pain, but this is a positive thing about it. This is positive side up. Some lessons maybe to be learned. And here is also sword energy. So this thinking energy on both sides, living in the head. So you should definitely speak. Listen and talk to each other. This message is totally valid. Because this is a head energy, like resting and being suffering. But maybe I will give you this special message from here because this is not usual. It is maybe giving you a tip how to get out. It's a positive side anyway. So positive, the time is favorable for escaping unwelcome situations and releasing those grievances that keep you from growing. You can take care of you and let the difficulties resolve little at a time. Even in relationships, you can break away from grudges and reframe everything for the better. I think the reframe was even about that. See a situation, like you have a power to reframe, like how you gonna even react to something, frame it in the way that is healthy. Yes. Then we have this positive also here for Swords. Your battles are not over, only suspended. Rest now, for you must return to the fight, probably alone against many. Whatever happens in your worldly conflicts, victory is certain over your insecurities. Conquering your fears is more important than beating others. Yes, so like an inner work here, a bit like this hermit cave too. It's good to go a little bit inwards, and then even this becomes very important, this ask for help. Like you don't always have to be like a warrior doing everything alone. It's strong to ask help. Yes. So yes, thank you, Chalice. I love your decks. I have picked decks that I love, and I believe as a reader you always have to go with intuition, like what speak to you, and I try to get always things that are like exciting for me. So I'm sure for the people who resonate are exciting for them too. So this was the reading, and I hope this was something interesting, and I leave this online, and I will continue my commitment to make this kind of membership thing. Why it's not online yet is because I want to create icons to separate things that you can get a membership, like I would have their features, and hopefully I get it tomorrow there, because I'm gonna make now for the full moon reading, and I want to try first time to make extensive reading. So I will make the reading and then extensive reading, so that extensive will go to membership, but all this I have to launch, so it's a huge project, and I have other things also in my life, like my child or other things I do. So yes, it's a little bit juggling, but love you all, and I am so happy I had the audience, and next Sunday we meet again. We shall meet again. Okay, so thank you, and yes, hopefully also bring my James. I sometimes have like a hamster here, but now I felt it was so much cars, so I was like, no, it's not fitting James here. Anyway, here is my drawing to end here. Thank you, everybody. Bye.